recognized symbol of excellence for your entertainment.
Tico, when you hear the name Bon Jovi, I mean, what comes to mind?
Well, you, because your name is Bon Jovi.
Welcome to Machino Music, the show that puts the music in Machino music, with your host, me, Brett Strong. Today on Machino Music, it's Bon Jovi Top 10 Songs. You know, you give love a bad name. Okay, here we go. Bon Jovi Top 10 Songs. Just recently put out the new album Forever. I did a review of it on here, and I mentioned that I should probably do like a Bon Jovi album ranking, or maybe a top 10 songs. Top 10 songs are a little bit easier to kind of put together. I kind of know what my 10 favorite Bon Jovi songs are. I mean, I have a few more than 10, but I thought, I think these are my, and the new album may have changed things. Might get a few surprises on here. I mean, I definitely had to kind of work some stuff around when I really thought about it more. I listened to the new record. Some great songs, so I kind of had to make a little room for it. But yeah, Bon Jovi, I just, like I said on the review of the Forever record, like I kind of forgot like how much the music of Bon Jovi just has meant to me. Just great songwriting. They're just one of those bands that has always just sort of been a part of my life, and they take a bit of flack, they take a bit of crap, because they kind of got lumped in with heavy metal, the glam metal, hair metal, and they're not metal, they're a bunch of posers. They're this. If you like Bon Jovi, you're a poser. You like Metallica? Well, you like Bon Jovi? The hell with you.
Yeah, we hate Bon Jovi. Yeah.
What I always love about Bon Jovi is the songwriting, and the fact that kind of more now they've kind of become more of a kind of like a Bruce Springsteen kind of band, like just telling stories. John Bon Jovi is that kind of songwriter where he just writes these storytelling songs. Also a New Jersey boy like Bruce Springsteen, so you're getting that vibe. So I tried to put together my 10 favorite Bon Jovi songs. And again, if you don't hear your favorite song, that's perfectly okay. These are my 10 favorites. So let's get right into it here. Coming in number 10 from the 2020 album, Do What You Can. I had to put this one in. Yeah, it's a more recent song, but this one really got me through the pandemic. This was one of those songs, it's just one of those great songs. It was, because it was that crazy time, 2020, we're all in lockdown. And they were going to release the 2020 record. It was all ready to come out. And Bon Jovi was supposed to go out on tour. Of course, the whole world shuts down. Got to cancel the tour. And they thought, well, now we're sitting on this record. We don't know how to roll this record out. Like albums and movies were so affected, and everything, like the schedules all got thrown off. And so, John Bon Jovi went back and wrote a couple of new songs, and this one was one of them, and it's all about what was going on. The other one was American Reckoning, which I guess would be an honorable mention. I mean, it was all I kind of shuffled things around. That's a really good song, too. But, yeah, it's just, American Reckoning was about the George Floyd tragedy, that crazy, so much crazy things happen. It's hard to believe we even lived through that. And that's what this song sort of is, I guess, a reminder of, and maybe you don't want to be reminded of it, but the song is upbeat. It's so upbeat and so, like, you can always, it's not one of those ones you can listen to and you just, like, remember all the bad stuff, like kind of American Reckoning, I guess, would be kind of one of those, but that's just one of those songs. It's just like, wow. It could still inspire, I guess, and like, we gotta rise above that. But Do What You Can is just one of those songs where it's just like, it was upbeat at the time, it's always gonna be upbeat, you're gonna it's like a historical artifact now of that crazy time, and it's such a well-written song. And yeah, it just made me feel good, got me through the pandemic, and yeah, just dig it. Do what you can. If you can't do what you do what you can. I love that line. It's just so positive. Next up, at number 9, from the Keep the Faith album, the song Fear. Whoa, it's a pretty heavy tune. This is one, I think, one of the last, at least of this era, the last truly great Bon Jovi record. Keep the Faith has a lot of great tunes on it. And, like, oh, Fear is one of those songs. It's pretty heavy. Like, it's all about, like, just, you know, like, fear, having fear. Like, living in fear. Don't live in fear. Yeah, it's just, oh, nothing to fear but fear itself kind of vibes. Oh, so good. Dig it. It's just a really heavy tune. If you say, oh, Bon Jovi's all sucky songs, they got some heavy ones, and this is definitely one of them. So yeah, Fear's a great tune. Next up, from the New Jersey album, the New Jersey, I guess I should say it like that, New Jersey album, Homebound Train, another heavy one. There's a few, like, sort of heavier tunes on that record. Like, it's right after, like, kind of right in the middle, like, right of the glam metal thing. They're still thought of as sort of this glam metal band. And Homebound Train is pretty heavy. There's a few heavy tunes. There's those Lay Your Hands on Me and Bad Medicine are kind of big, sort of the heavy tunes. But yeah, people forget about Homebound Train. Kind of starts all country sounding. Like, oh, this is got a country tune, and then it just comes roaring in, really heavy riff. Oh, so good. It sounds like a train rumbling down the tracks. So good. Dig it. Homebound Train. Next up, coming in number 7, from the Bounce album, which is a pretty heavy album. It's an angry album. Came out after 9/11. I mean, this has affected John Bon Jovi, of course. Affected the whole band. Here they are, like, New Jersey guys, and then this happens just right next door in New York City. I mean, that just affected everybody. So it was just a big deal. But the song Hook Me Up. Oh, so good. Big heavy riff on that one. Yeah, just dig that one. Hook Me Up. There's a few others I could have taken from Bounce and almost put, but Hook Me Up was the one I just that intro was just like, whoa. This is not, you know, this is not your everyday Bon Jovi right here. This is pretty heavy. All right, coming in number 6, from Slippery When Wet, which I still think is my favorite Bon Jovi album. If you were like tied me to a chair and threatened me with violence, that's what I would say is my favorite Bon Jovi album. Without Love. Yes, here we go with a Bon Jovi sappy, sucky ballad, but I love this one. This reminds me of a Springsteen tune. This reminds me of just a classic Bruce Springsteen kind of song, and it's just, oh, it's so good. I love the melody of it. I love the words, and it's like it's whole thing without love. It's like without love, like everything falls apart kind of thing. Like it's just such a great message on the song, and it's just, oh, it's so good. Yeah. Just thinking about it, I might even start bawling like a baby right here. Just start bawling my eyes out thinking what that song means to me. It's such a great tune. Just absolutely love it. All right, coming in number 5, from Forever. Yes, here we go. I had to put this song. I had to put something from Forever, the new record, because I've really been enjoying it. Listened to it all summer. It was like my summer record is so good. I was just so into it. But so I had to put the song Waves. It's my favorite song on the album. Waves is so good. I just love the, like, just sort of it's about, like, different kinds of waves, like waves on the shore and, like, waves goodbye. And, yeah, oh, man. The lyrics on that one, so well written. And also, something I didn't mention on the review, which I probably should have. I'm a bit of a poop head for not mentioning this, because this guy is from my neck of the woods. Their new guitar player, the current guitar player, played on the last couple records, on the 2020 record, and he's on the new record Forever. Phil X. Yeah, great guitar playing, great Great guitar solo on this song. And yeah, Phil X. He's Canadian. From Toronto, or Mississauga, the GTA as we call it, the Greater Toronto area. But yeah, guy's a Canadian, and he's fantastic guitar player, really funny guy. He appears on sometimes on Rick Beato's channel, or Rick Beato, as some people call him, because, you know, that's how it's spelled. But yeah, he's a really funny guy, really cool, great guitar player. Yeah, so really happy that Phil X is. I mean, I'm a big Richie Sambora fan. I mean, Bon Jovi, there's no Bon Jovi without Richie Sambora. You know, Phil X fits in really well. So yeah, dig the song Waves. Oh, just love it. And actually, there's a line in the song about waving and then fading away. I'm going to do that right now. Let's see me wave and then fade away. Wasn't that neat? Ugh. I just faded from existence. So yeah, Waves, great tune. Alright, coming in number 4 from the 7800 Degrees Fahrenheit album, which is like the second record, and it was like, that's like the, what is it, like the temperature at which steel heats up, becomes molten metal. Yeah. The song In and Out of Love. So good. One of the classic, like, I guess you could say glam metal Bon Jovi songs. One of the heavier songs from the time. It was so good. I just, not much you can say about this. Just a great, great song. Well written, catchy as all hell. So good. In and Out of Love, great tune. Had to be on here. Number 3, it's an obvious one, but yeah, I kind of had to have this one. From Slippery When Wet, Living on a Prayer. I mean, there's so many you could pull from, so many big songs you could pull from Slippery When Wet. I mean, Wanted Dead or Alive, fantastic. That's an obvious one. You Give Love a Bad Name, fantastic. That's an obvious one. And this is the other really, really obvious one. Living on a Prayer. It's just a great song. How can you not love this song? It's just so good. It has Richie Sambora doing the very signature bow 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 bow, the thing, the talk box thing. Oh, so good. Just dig it.
Wow, 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 wow.
Oh, bonito
Whoa!
Sico tecolate, biseco, morolilito lale.
Whoa!
Dice que colate, sico tecolate.
Yeah, so I had to have Living on a Prayer. Obvious, but I had to have it. Alright, we're in the top 2, everybody. And coming in number 2, from Slippery When Wet. Again, Slippery When Wet. You could have pulled so many songs from this, as I said. But this one is actually the first Bon Jovi song that I really heard. I actually had no idea it was Bon Jovi, and it's one of their heavier songs. Raise Your Hands. Just love this song. This song gets you going. It's just one of those classic, like if they played it, and it was a fairly big hit. I'm sure they still play it in concert to this day. And if you hear this one, I mean, it just gets everybody up. It was a great party song. And actually, the first time I heard it was in the 1987 Mel Brooks Star Wars spoof, the classic Spaceball. It's actually just getting a sequel. But getting a sequel after all these years. Josh Gad, the snowman from Frozen, he's best known for. He's directing this thing. We're getting a Spaceballs sequel. Can you believe it? But yeah, that's for the first time I heard it. That's a pretty fun tune. John Candy as Barf the Mog is sort of dancing around, singing and eating his dog food. So yeah, just love Raise Your Hands. This is one of those songs, it's just such a perfect rock song, like a perfect sort of like of this like sort of like glam metal era, like a really kind of just a great glam metal sort of heavy rock party song. It's just so perfect. I love Raise Your Hands. But my number one, not that these are even particularly ranked, I always say that because, you know, if I ranked them, you know, I'd be, you know, make myself crazy. Because I love these songs pretty well all in their own way. But my number one, from the debut, from the Bon Jovi album, She Don't Know Me. Now this is actually a cover song, originally by the group The Grassroots. But the Bon Jovi version just takes a song to a whole nother level. I mean, talk about making a song your own. And I mean, this is how you do a cover song. This is really how, like, especially like on your first record where, you know, like the record labels would always say, oh, you know, you should do a cover song because, you know, it would give you, you know, your best shot at like having a hit. Because, you know, it's proven. It's already, you know, something that, you know, it's already either been a hit or it hasn't made it over to the United States or whatever. It's always try. It's just a easy way to get a hit. But what I love about this, it's an obscure song. It kind of went that whole thing where a lot of these sort of like the 80s sort of metal bands would take these obscure songs. I mean, Quiet Riot had a huge hit with Come On Feel the Noise, which was an obscure song from the UK. The band Slade. They were not big over here in North America. And the Grassroots were like a 60s band. They had some hits, but they were like, this one was I don't remember ever hearing it on like oldies radio, because there's a lot of oldies radio growing up. I don't ever remember hearing this song. So to me, when I first heard it, it was a Bon Jovi song. So I always knew it was this Bon Jovi song, and I just absolutely love it. It's got this great melody and this great thing. It's just so good. And it just, I mean, it really is just how you make a cover song. And it's not really a favorite, I think, of Bon Jovi themselves. They don't really mention it. John Bon Jovi doesn't mention it really in the interviews because, I mean, it is a cover song. I guess they want to be known for their originals, and they have so many great originals as we've seen through here. But I don't know, I just really dug this one. The video is really cool. It's like the girl is like kind of stalking John Bon Jovi, and then they're like somebody gets killed at the end. There's two different versions. There's a version where like the girl gets shot, and then there's a version where she doesn't. It kind of has this weird cut. But yeah, it's a great video. And my favorite shot is when John Bon Jovi's like walking like down the like this hill, and it's just this open, and it's just so obvious they didn't want to show off this classic car, like driving behind him. And it's like that's the whole point of that shot. But yeah, just love She Don't Know Me. Yeah, big Bon Jovi fan. These are, I think, my 10 favorite songs. Yeah, and even had something from the new record. I mean, one of the new songs actually made it in. Because, I mean, I just love the song so much, and, you know, still, I mean, I've been listening to that new album so much. But yeah, big Bon Jovi fan, and their music has been a big part of my life. And we might do a Bon Jovi album ranking one of these days.
One of these days!
But yeah, like I'm not really a big fan of that sort of like mid-period where it kind of got in a more country vibe. But, you know, figure out a way to do it. So it could happen. But I thought top 10 songs kind of an easy way to, you know, at least do a Bon Jovi show. And this one, I've wanted to do a Bon Jovi show for a while. So, these are my 10 favorite songs. If you didn't hear your favorite, that's perfectly okay. Don't worry about it. That's cool. What are some of yours? And if you're a fan of Bon Jovi, I hope you enjoyed this. That's it for this week. Until we meet again, this is Brett Strong saying good journey.